Hi, good people. Welcome to another episode of TNT Show. My name is Tracy.
My name is Tabby, and this is the show where we discuss love,
Relationship,
faith,
business,
leadership,
and matters like depression,
suicidal thoughts,
self-awareness,
self-esteem.
I hope you'll walk this journey with us. Welcome to another episode. We are talking about self-confidence. So Tabby, for you, you know, every time I come so Tabby, for you, what is self-confidence? How do you feel about self-confidence? Are you confident about yourself?
Self-confidence, I think, is also another topic on self that is really important. You know, even as people, it's really good that that of course you are confident in whatever, like either you are doing or just in you as a person. You see, we discussed a topic on self-worth.
Self-worth,
and it's very important that you know, actually self-confidence comes from self-worth. It's very important that you know who you are, like you know your value. You know, you can't have confidence if you don't know who you are. You understand? So it's very important that you know your value first of all. You know, like you know how much you can endure and how much you can't endure, and you know, like your weaknesses, you know your strengths, you know everything about, like you know at least 90% about yourself. Of course you can't know everything about yourself, but at least you know most things about yourself, so that even with that one now you start walking the journey of building your self-confidence. So for me, I think self-confidence is really important in you know in just our daily life. It doesn't have to be even to be like, you know, a person who is out there, you know, but just in our daily life, it's very important that you have confidence, you know, that you believe and trust yourself. That you believe and trust in yourself, and even the things that you can do in your decisions, you there's that trust that you know that whatever I'm doing, it's right. You know,
exactly. So self-confidence for me is trusting yourself, having the attitude about the abilities, the skills, you know, that you have. So basically, you know, with skills we acquire through time, through experiences, through going to school, the knowledge that you get. So, and the abilities, how far you can go. What are the things that you can do, and what are the things that you cannot do? And then accepting your weaknesses.
Of course.
You are confident in your weaknesses, knowing well that, you know, there are limits to who I am. You know, there are limits to who I am. So I know my strengths and I know my weaknesses. So I am confident enough. Even when somebody comes and tells me, oh, Tracy, you are not like this, or you do not look like this, I'm like, no, I'm confident in who I am. I trust myself, and I trust the decisions that I have made, you know, the choices that I have made. So basically that is self-confidence, and it's very important to have it, because now you'll not be swayed with the peer pressure that people get, or you'll not be swayed with, you know, the choices that people make, and then now they want to put that choices in you and force you to do things that for you, if it was for you making that decision by yourself, you'll not make it. You know, you'll not choose that route that, you know, your friends or your family or just the surroundings that you have, the environment puts you in. So basically, it is important to have self-confidence. There's a difference. There's a difference between arrogance and confidence.
Yeah, you know, just being over. You know, the people who are over confidence. Like, you know, self-confidence is just, you know, you are calm. You trust yourself and you are calm. But you know, being arrogant is like you feel like no one else can but me. Like you can't make a step before consulting me because I know it all. You know, that's that know-it-all attitude. That's not what you're talking about. You know, when you're confident, I think now it's very important that we're talking about, you know, arrogance, because you know when you're confident, you can also accept criticism and constructive criticism. Of course, you can accept when someone is telling you, listen, I love you, my sis. Like I do love you, but I feel like whatever you are doing, it's not right. I think you should change on this and that, you know. But an arrogant person, of course, your response will be like, listen, I know what I'm doing, and to hell with whatever you're saying. You know. But someone who is confident is able to accept criticism. You know, is able to accept, like when someone is like correction. You know, and they know that of course they're not like all knowing. They're not all perfect. They know that there are things that need to change. But you see, you can't get to that level when you are arrogant. You know, you also need to be approachable. It's not like you're confident now that you make a certain face or to create a certain atmosphere that nobody can approach you because, you know, I'm confident, you know, I know who I am, I respect my decisions, and you can't tell me nothing. It's not about that. It's about, you know, being approachable, you know, just, of course, knowing your limits and knowing how far and the things that you can do and not do. You understand? But also, in the same sense, accepting correction.
Yeah, because, you know, when you have skills, basically, let's put it in this way, career-wise, when you choose a certain career, you know, you'll have to get the skills that are needed for that career. You'll have to acquire some abilities that are needed for that career. So basically with that, you have the experience. The more you learn, the more experience you get. Without that, without accepting being corrected, you'll not, you know, get the experience, you'll not get the knowledge, because people will be like, this person is arrogant. This person doesn't like, you know, being corrected. This person doesn't like to be taught or be given, you know, acquire new skills. And sometimes arrogance or arrogant people walk all over you.
It's true.
They walk, they're like, you know, this is my world. And you are just my peasants, you know, so you are here to serve me. So basically, we're not saying that. You know, there's a thin line between arrogance and self-confidence. So you need to establish that. Have a teachable, they say have a teachable spirit, whereby you're able to learn new. Every day, be ready to learn something new. Be ready to, you know, be open to learning something new. Be open to being corrected, being open to be criticized, but it depends who is criticizing
and
you.
How they're criticizing
and how they're criticizing
it's not like when you're accepting correction, it's like you are just out there, like when someone tells you something and you just take it, you know. Sometimes you also need to analyze, you know. It's good that because out there there are all sorts of people, and there are people who really don't have good intentions, you know. Someone wants to put you down, you know. They want you to feel like you are nothing and they're something, and they're coming to you with all-knowing attitude. You know, it's not that, you know, that there are some things that you also need to weigh. And sometimes like it's good that when you're confident, you're also smart enough to discern and know, like, where can I take my advice and which people can I just, you know, ignore and just move on. Of course, we can learn. Everyone has something to teach us.
Yeah.
But there's some corrections or there's some criticisms that are really not really that important, because you know who you are, and you know, like, they say this and I know I'm not that, so I'm just going to let it slide. Okay, the people who, like, they come to you but not in a good way. They want to, of course, they want to bring you down.
Yeah.
Or they want to say something to you that makes you think about yourself again, you know, or they just want to walk over your confidence and all. And you see, and there's something else I think that is very important is that when you are confident enough, you gain respect. You know, there's a difference between you know, being getting respect. Actually, when people come to you when you're arrogant, it's like fear. It's not even respect, you know. And what we want out here is not fear. We don't want people to fear us, you know, just creating a certain atmosphere that makes people fear you. We want people to, you know, have a relationship with people, you know, they respect you, you know, at the same time, like, you're also approachable, you know, like you are respected, but you're also approachable. But you know what she's talking about, you know, arrogance. When you're arrogant, really, you are not approachable to start with. And you know, instead of people respecting you, they fear you. And someone that you fear, really, you can't even share with anything. So even if they're doing something wrong and you feel that you can help them, you know, grow, you are not going to do it.
Yeah, you won't.
Because you feel like, okay, I don't know what their response is going to be at the end of the day. Okay, so confidence is very important, and I think confidence is also important because it can help you also achieve, like, the goals that you want to achieve, and it can also push you to. It can push you to, you know, to areas that you feel like, you know, areas that some people feel like they're kind of high. You know, there's some territories you feel like, that place I can't get to. But when you're confident enough and you know, like, your skills, you know what you're capable of doing, you know, like, you know your abilities, the places you can go to and still manage.
It's true. I agree with that because, you know, when you're confident, you're able to set, because at the end of the day, you know your skills, you know abilities, you're able to set your goals. About life, about career, about you know, relationship. Yeah, so you're able to set the goals that you want by the end of the year or 5 years, depending on yourself. So basically it's easier when you are confident about yourself. You see, when you're not confident about yourself, any decisions or any choices that people will make, you will go with them. You'll be swayed. If you're moving on the right, you'll go on the right. If people are moving on the left, you'll go on the left, without even knowing or asking the questions like, why are we going on the left? Why are we going on the right? Why are we doing this and not this? So you'll not even get to understand or ask. You'll not even have that confidence to ask a question. You see, when you get to a point whereby you set your time to learn a new skill, you set your time to be knowledgeable, read books. It is very important to read, actually. We don't like reading, but it is very important to read so that you have, you're knowledgeable to ask, like, okay, why are people moving on the left? Actually, why are we not moving on the right?
It's true because okay, your self-confidence is actually something that we build. Building is like putting one stone on top of the other until now it becomes a perfect. For example, if someone was to build this house, you don't just wake up in the morning and form a house.
Yeah.
It has to start from like down below. You have to make a foundation and all that. Sometimes we need to and it's very important, I think. Now we go back to the fact of self-awareness. You need to know, like, okay, who am I? Who is Tabby? Okay, what are the weaknesses of Tabby? What are the strengths of Tabby? And then from there now, what's important now, you start, you can even make the pros and cons and everything there. And then now you start working. You see, and it's not that, and again also, self-confidence is not something that is just going to happen at one day. When you're going to wake up one day and, damn, I'm self-confident, I got it all. No, it's something that is going, and if you want to truly build your self-confidence, you have to know who you are first of all, and then start working on the things that you can work on, and also accept the things that you cannot change.
Yes.
The things you cannot change, you can't change, definitely. You say, okay, but the things that you can change them. If you can go back to school and get that degree, then go. And if that what is going to improve your self-confidence, it's true. And then if you can go get that job, learn a skill, have a hobby, have your time on your own time.
Your personal
time. It's very important, because all that, spending time with yourself is going to make you know yourself, and then also help you make adjustments that you need to make. And also accepting the things you cannot change is very important.
Being okay with them.
Being okay
with them. Finding peace that, these are my weaknesses and I cannot change them. This is how God made me. Like there's a physical attraction, the physique that God gave you, and you're like, this one I cannot change. This is how God made me. And there are things like skills you can acquire. You just don't have to be at the same level that you were 5 years ago. You're just still the same level. No, learn something new. Learn a new skill in the career that you're in, or in the job or work that you're in,
even
the workspace. Advance.
It's going to give you that confidence, you see. And actually, I think the self-confidence, the best self-confidence should be the confidence that comes from within. Don't expect, don't have the don't build your confidence on what other people say. You understand? So you walk out there and someone said, oh, you're beautiful, and now you feel like, because a guy commented you, now you feel like, okay, I have confidence. You see, that's an opinion, and opinion keep changing. Opinion changes. Today someone feels you're beautiful, the next day they don't feel you're beautiful. Or maybe today this person feels you're beautiful, the next day another person feels you're ugly, whatever. So you don't need to build your confidence on what people say. People will always have an opinion. No matter what, how good you are, no matter how perfect you are, people will always have an opinion. So don't build your confidence on opinion of other people. Build your confidence from within. Just from you. That confidence comes from within, from you knowing yourself, and making it work.
Yes, knowing yourself. And also that when you have confidence with knowing, I keep on saying knowing, your background, knowing God, who is your dad, and knowing how he has your back 24/7. You'll be confident. You'll be confident in him. You'll be confident
in what you're going through.
What you're going through, you'll be confident. And how you handle matters and how you handle people, you'll be confident. So basically, that is it. It is very important to have self-confidence. It is very important to know the the differences between arrogancy and self-confidence.
Yeah.
It is very important to know the difference. There's a very thin line between those two. There's a very thin line.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah, can you add on something before we close?
Okay, so, and something else that I think that is also very important. You see, like when you talk about self-confidence, some people will think, okay, this is a youth thing, this is a young people thing. But you see, self-confidence is important to everybody, you know,
yes.
whether you are a man, you are a woman, you are young, you are old. Self-confidence is very important, because if, for example, you are working as let's say, for example, you are a manager somewhere, okay, and you can't even stand and address people, you know, as a manager, like what are you expecting even your subordinates to do? So it's very important that, you know, you build the confidence, you know, for your own sake. Not even for the world, but for your own sake, because that is going to make you, it's going to help you make the right decisions in life, and also have the right circle and the right people around you. Yeah.
Same case also, build your children, if you have children, build your children's self-confidence from way when they're still, you know, a child. They know that, you know, I am beautiful. I'm able. You know, my dad keeps on telling me, or my mom keeps on telling me that I am beautiful, I am able. So that even around the world.
It starts from there, by the way.
Yeah, it starts from that. So when they go outside and see other people, and other people are telling them, oh, you're so ugly, you're so like this. No, you're like, no.
They come back home and they know that their mom always affirms, or their dad always affirms
that they are beautiful.
You know,
they're beautiful. Okay, they are able to do what they put their mind to do. True. So it is very good to build your children's, if you're parents.
So it should start from home.
Yes, build your children's confidence from way when they are, they're still young, they're still small, so that when they grow up, you know, it is not, it is not like a working process. Now they start, you know, 19, 18, now it's when they're starting to build their own self-confidence. It will take a lot of time for that.
It's true.
So basically that is it for us. I hope you have enjoyed this episode. Please like, subscribe, comment. Leave a comment down there and tell us your stories on self-confidence. How is your self-confidence, by the way? Is it to the top, or are you still building your confidence? It's very important that you tell us down there. We want to know. Yes, we want to know. And subscribe, share. Bless us all, people. It is bye from us. Yeah. See you in the next. Peace. Okay, I'm Tabby. Thank you very much for watching the video, and I hope you enjoyed it. So kindly subscribe, comment, share, and hit the notification bell to get notified anytime we upload new videos. See you in the next